getting towards dusk, the sun is setting, and it's just the time to release hedgehogs that have been caged up for 4 or 5 months and are desperate to get back snuffling around in the undergrowth and eating the proper food that they are supposed to eat as hedgehogs, which is insects and worms and other invertebrates, berries and some roots of plants, but mainly insects. That's what they want to do, and tonight we're going to release them back into the wild and they're going to get that chance. So have they been getting along? They haven't been cold? They seem to be fine, do they? No one's been sneezing?
Well, one of them sneezed, but it was fine.
Not too much sneezing? Just a bit of sneezing? Yeah. But not a sort of lot of coughing or sneezing or anything, Mummy? No. Tell me how you've been looking after the hedgehogs.
I've been cleaning them out every single day before school, because I've cleaned them out like 2 days before school.
And what do you think of their poo?
Very smelly. This morning it was so smelly that I couldn't breathe.
Really bad, terrible, smelly poo hedgehogs have got, it's true. But their poo doesn't smell so bad when they're eating their natural food. No. Their poo smells much worse when they're eating
only yesterday.
Dog food.
Or today. We didn't give them dog food, we gave them hedgehog food.
Oh, special hedgehog food. And are you going to carry on feeding them some hedgehog food when they're released? Turn towards the camera so you can see you. Are you freezing cold?
Yeah.
Go and get a coat then, and then we'll carry on. She's freezing cold. So we're going to carry the hedgehogs down to the end of the garden where we're going to release them. But before we release them...
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because I think, I don't know, you're the expert, but they have been, you know, when they get a little bit territorial, they go nose to nose and they do that.
Yeah, there's a plum
They've
between
been doing that quite a bit, and because they're both males, I didn't know whether it would be worth maybe, I mean, this is your call, but maybe releasing one up here and then one down there, but it's, you know better than I do.
My understanding, but I can do a bit more research, but my understanding is that hedgehogs are not territorial in the same way that other animals are. So they will come out of here and they will, I mean, certainly if you've got 2 males together, they will sort of try and establish who's the boss and who's kind of going to control matings if there are females and food and so on. So that's probably what's happening. The reason I put them in together is because the evidence is that they do better together in groups in captivity. And also, when they're released, it might be such a shock that they sort of
they
stick together. And actually these two at home would sleeping like a heart. So their noses.
Yeah, they did that.
Did you see them doing that?
Yeah, when I had to wake them up this morning.
You had to wake them up this morning.
Because you've been cleaning them out before.
So they sleep like a heart, and it's very touching actually to see that. But the thing is that if the animals, you know, it's a bit like kids. You know, they'll kind of fight and you know squirmish, but then when they need each other, they'll sort of club together. So I think they're better off being released together. And also, if they are going to be aggressive towards each other, they can then just scarper in opposite directions. You know.
Now, what about the feeding? You know, because we do have some hedgehog food, but is it worth keeping some going out? Or
yes, I would put the food. I would put small bowls of food down somewhere in the garden so they can find it. Okay. Yeah, just somewhere near to where we release.
The thing we have to think about is where the dog won't get it, because she'll just cough the lot.
Okay, yeah.
Or you know, the rat. You know, there are rats obviously as well.
Yeah.
That's probably
Neon.
Neon.
You've done a very good job. They're very, very clean, and you've done a very good job.
We thought if we gave them something independent, they might be a bit smarter.
Hello. Doesn't appear to have lost very much weight.
No, it has been cold.
Too much love and affection. Don't want to lose weight when he's out here though. Right. So we've got Trudy and Kirsty, and they found a whole family of baby hedgehogs in their garden that were clearly having problems. Their mum obviously had probably gone off to try and fatten up for hibernation. And you found them in your garden, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you found Lily first, and you named them, didn't you?
Well, we named like the first 2 because we put markings on them, and the first marking we put on them was pink, and obviously Lily the pink. So.
Yeah. And then you named this one, didn't you?
Yeah, we found him with fly strike all over him. We named him Indigo because we put blue paint
Kirsty's got a great collection of nail varnish.
Yeah,
And he still has got the blue paint
on his
that
bum.
Kirsty and Trudy put on him many months ago. That's a new daub paint there.
It was
but
there.
this paint is from when he was
Okay,
a tiny little hedgehog. How big do you think? That big?
About the size of my hand.
We've got film footage of him then, and we've got pictures. But he was very small, and you phoned me up, didn't you, and said we've got some baby hedgehogs and they need help. And so I spent a lot of time with the hedgehogs. And I combed all of their fly strike off them, and
You're a wrigglebum.
they were a lot of work, and they had a lot of veterinary medicines, and they are now doing very well indeed. In fact, this one is enormous.
He's a monster.
And he's very confident.
The other day I saw him climbing from the top of the bars of the cage. It's actually hanging there.
It's like an orangutan.
Really, he wants to go.
Yeah.
So shall we release them? Are
Yes,
you ready?
we shall.
Are you ready to say
Yeah.
Well, you'll probably see them again. They know your voice now.
Yeah.
Because
And
she's
also
been
we're
talking to them every day.
and so that you're going to put down some food for them, aren't you, every day as well? All right,
Come
Rodri,
on.
you ready? Okay, ready? Oh, what do they make of it? Oh, it's been a long time.
Indigo's off. What if they don't want to go?
Well, then you give them food and make them a nest.
See you, Leon. Have a good life. Go on then, let's go and get some shots.